So I thought I'd do a new video. Now I've got these Meta glasses. I don't seem to be using them as often as what I intended to. But we'll do some on hidden calories, like these smoothies, this NutriBerry. Now what I always do on stuff, if you look on the back, it'll say this has got 43 calories per 100 ml. It's a 750 ml bottle. So if you drank the whole bottle of this, which could easily be done, you just drank 322.5 calories. Madness. So what you could do, you could look around, see how much this. What's this? This is like a collagen juice drink. This is 36 calories per 100 ml, and this is only a 300 ml bottle. So if you drank all this, it's only 108 calories. So you'd definitely be better having one of them. That's what I'd choose anyway, if I really wanted like a juice drink with a lower calorie. Nah, I find a lot of these are high. If they look like thick, like someone's just stuck fruit in a blender, then they're typically going to be a lot higher in calories. And if you had probably a glass or something, you're probably okay. Or who has a glass? Normally you start guzzling it, don't you? Well, I do anyway. Can't just have a glass. This one, yeah, these innocent ones, these are high as well. So yeah, if you drank a full bottle of that, the calories are going to be right up there. So if I was you, I'd stay away from them. I'd stick with that collagen one. I think there's one here, these rainbow ones. Yeah, these naked rainbow ones. These are high as well. If you look on the back of them, which I, like I say, what I always tend to do, I look for the 100 ml, and these are 30 calories per 100 ml. And it's a 750 ml bottle. So you're heading into the 300 calories range just with a drink. That's without adding any food on that you probably want to have with it. So yeah, be aware of things like that. Peanut butter is very high. It's really nice, I love it, but when I'm dieting, I stay away from it. 15 grams of this, it's just like a little spoonful, is 91 calories. Yeah, it's a healthy fat, good to have in your diet, but moderately. Yeah, I tend to, when I'm really dieting, I'll stay away from it. Because really high fats for me just don't work with me. If you do want like a little snack, sweet stuff, these jellies are always good. You know, if you want something to have in that. Yeah, but the Hartley's ones, for a full pack, 36 calories. Not too bad really, you know what I mean? But if you still want to spare some calories from the Hartley's ones, go for these 10 cal ones. And if you look on the back of that, they're even lower than 10 calories. I think they're 7 calories. So 7 calories for a pot of jelly. So you know what I mean? You could throw a few of them in through the day if you wanted to. If you just want some of that sweet stuff. So yeah, like I said before, just try and be aware. Sauces, these will catch everybody out. If you don't think about sauce, and people probably don't even log sauce. But this Nando mayo is 46 calories per 15 grams, which is a teaspoon. And I bet most people don't even weigh it, they just splurge it on. And how many meals a day do you put that on? And you're adding 46 calories plus every time. Hellmann's real mayonnaise. Oh, these are crazy. Now you're getting up there now. These are like 102 calories per 15 grams. They say you're putting like a good splurge on there, you could be having 200 calories. If you're doing that several times a day, you're going to be getting into the 300 like a meal range just in sauces. These katsuas, yeah, stay away from that one. Good ones I find to go for, really, are these Heinz ones. You got like a sweet chili one here. It's like 20 calories per 15 grams, which is low, which is not too bad. Obviously, it's a lot better than the mayonnaise-based ones. And I seem to find, like, obviously it's a thinner sauce, so if you look at the sauce, it looks like a thinner sauce. Sometimes, generally, it's going to be a lower calorie, but always check the back, what it is per 100 grams or 15 gram serving, if you don't want to do the calculation. Tomato sauce is brilliant. A lot of people who do dieting will use tomato sauce and mustard and stuff like that. Heinz ketchup is like 16 calories per 15 grams. So that's a good one to have. If I was going to have like an omelette or something, I'd probably put a squirt of tomato sauce on it. Barbecue sauce, that's also not too bad. There's different ones that's high sugar. You can get some that's got no sugar in. But that's 19 calories per 15 grams. I like a bit of barbecue sauce. You know, to give that food a bit more taste and flavour. Another mayo one, obviously a lot higher. As I said, like the ones before, anything mayo based, like any of these, they're going to be high. High in fat equals high in calories. This chip shop curry one's nice. If you have it like with fish, I always like that. If you have some fish and stuff, I think that one's 18 calories per 15 grams. This fish and chips one is 53 grams. So you're talking more than double when you're going for the thicker sauces. So if you like a thick sauce, unfortunately, you can have a thick waist. So you're best to go for these ones. These like thinner tomato ketchup based ones. So I've got lower calories. Also, brown sauce is low, 18 calories per 15 grams, which is obviously, it can be good. Obviously, you manage how much you put it on and how many times you use it. Same as salad cream, that's low. So that's okay. As long as it's same again, you don't have that at every single meal. Ones that catch people out are these salad dressings. Now this one is 55 calories per serving. And if you're splashing that on several salads and obviously what else you've got in your salad, and your coleslaw or whatever, you think that's really good, but you can get these ones, these honey and mustard, and it's 12 calories. So it's good for them for your salad. You can have a salad thinking you're being healthy, then you can splurge a load of sauce on it, and you can make it be unhealthy. So look for like a decent dressing, rather than splurging something like that on it. There's quite a few different ones, quite a few different flavours. So it's just about picking up the bottles, looking on the back and just being aware of what you're actually eating or what you're actually putting on your food to get your calories down through the day. Equaling calories down, you have more food. Simple things like tuna. You've got spring water and you've got sunflower. Now one's 118 calories and the other one's 182 calories. So the sunflower is 182 calories and the spring water is 118. So there's 64 calories difference between these two tins of tuna. So you can save yourself through the week. So there's 4 packs there, nearly 240 calories. You've got Greek yogurts, and these are really good to add into your diet, like with fruit and stuff like that. So the 0% is 68 calories per 125 grams serving, but 5% is 116 calories, so it's double. They go into yogurts as well. Obviously, this Get Pro is 170 calories per pot, which you can get ones that's lower. 170 calories. If you've been implementing it into your diet, it's not bad. But then if you go for this Lundalo one, then it's 89 calories. So you see what I mean? You've like virtually got less, nearly half as much calories in. It's making the choices, and then with that, you can have other food into your diet. You've only got so many calories for your diet, make the most of them calories. Arla, 144 calories per pot. So compared to the 89 for the Lindor. So, you know, it's a good little trick to use if you're thinking you're not eating enough food. There's quite a few different selections, and as I keep on saying through, you just keep picking them up, looking at the back, looking at what they are per pot, and then just averaging them out for what you think. So you'll work out what calories you want per meal. You can sort of build your meals that way, so you're not missing out. These things are really high. I've seen a woman pick about 10 of these up, and these are like 185 calories per pot. So if you have that without adding onto your meal's going to be right there. You can have a sandwich and etc. etc. And that's how your calories get higher without even knowing it. Rices as well. Rices, you're better off making your own rice. Because if you get these Uncle Ben's stuffs, they're quick, they're easy, but just for half a pack of this, it's 193 calories. So if you're having a full pack, which most people do, you're nearly 400 calories. That's a meal. These ones are a little bit better, but you don't get much rice in them. They are lower because obviously they've been weighed out for you, and you can look on the back and think, well, they're not too bad because you've only got like a little bit of carbs in there or calories in there, but they're only small pots. Now, if you get dry rice like this, basmati, if you cook 40 grams of this, which is only 55 calories, it'll be a lot of rice compared to what you've just been looking through there. And then with that, if you just add in some vegetables, like anything green normally with vegetables, so you could like add some broccoli in, or you could add some green beans in. I mean, brown rice is okay as well if you want brown rice, but basmati is probably the lowest, probably the best one that I tend to work with for the lowest calories for the rice. But if you're going for the other ones, like the Uncle Ben's and things like that, compared to these, the ones that you cook yourself, don't be lazy. You know, it takes 2 minutes in the morning, put a pan, put some water on, put a bit of rice in, and then that's it. Okay, you can do your bits, put it on low, come back, and your rice is ready. You can even get rice cookers that cook them all the way through the week. So this is the one, basmati. This is the one I use. Like I say, 40 grams is 55 calories, and you'd be surprised at how much rice you get with 55, with 40 grams, and you're only doing 55 calories. If you don't like basmati, you can always go into the long grains, not much difference to be fair. So, but yeah, I just like the basmati, just a bit more nicer. If I'm going through off-season time, I'll probably go for sticky rice, Thai rice. I like that, but it's just sometimes a bit difficult to get it right when you're cooking it. But basmati, it's easy. You can't go wrong with it. What else we got? Soups. Tin of soup. 204 calories for a tin of soup. Not too bad, but then you add in 2 slices of bread, because everyone likes bread for soup, which is 55 calories per slice. So you're up to like 315, 400 calories. Don't really put butter on it, you want a lot more. Gravy, I mean, really, you don't want to be having gravy. I mean, you can have it on your weekend if you have a cheat meal as a Sunday dinner, because I like my cheat meal as a Sunday dinner. And I will have some gravy. I have one cheat meal a week, and that's normally a Sunday dinner. Because I'm English, those English love a Sunday dinner. If you want to add fillers like beetroot, sauerkraut, I mean, these are good stuff to add into food that's got very low calories, and they'll just pack your food up, because that's what you can do. You can get food that's really low calories and just add them to your other food to fill them out, like your salads, or say some vegetables with your fish and stuff like that, and your rice and your chicken. Because if it's green, it's like a fibrous carb, so it's okay. If it says what carbs it's on the back when it's green, it's not like a normal carb. Now these are a dangerous one, hot chocolate, and I love a hot chocolate. But there's no way you'll catch me drinking hot chocolate through when I'm dieting. Unless I really want to treat myself and I was in a good position, but I wouldn't waste my calories on one at all, because they could be 115 calories per spoon, and who just puts 1 spoon in when they're making hot chocolate? And that's without your milk and your sugar and your cream and your marshmallows, and you can get up to like 400 to 450 calories without even thinking about it. Coffee, there's nothing really in coffee, so if you're just going to have a black coffee, you'd have something like 2 calories. So where you start adding up with stuff like coffees and teas, which I was mentioning before, really, because it's just the 2 sugars, and if you have milk in it, and all that sort of stuff, then you can get up to 64 calories. Yeah, that's the only bad thing I can say about having things like this. If you're having tea or coffee and you're drinking black, then to me there is no issue really. I mean, to be fair, coffee's got caffeine in it, so with that, it can sort of like get your fat burning going a little bit. So obviously it'll get your heart rate up. And your heart rate up, it's like you're doing a little bit of exercise. So, but yeah, if you have black tea's the same. So if you have black tea, you're fine. But if you start getting your old Yorkshire teas that everyone loves. I mean, I love a cup of tea, but I don't drink tea at all when I'm dieting. I'm just on water all the time. It's all I drink. I might have a few cans of Coke Zero through the week, but that's about it. I won't drink tea at all. But even if I have tea, I only have milk. I don't have sugar. I've never had sugar in tea. Dun dun dun. Now this is one that will catch people out as well. Just grab a packet of crisps. You know what I mean? Don't even think about it. Just grab a packet of crisps. But these ones can actually be bad. The Coys can be 235 calories per pack. How is that? It's crazy. Some of these crisps are literally loaded and they're like packed full of calories. So crisps, you won't really tempt me seeing to eat any of these type of ones unless it's in the off season. Even though I used to love Nik Naks when I was a kid. Nik Naks ain't too bad, 113 calories per bag. What else is he? Marmite, either love it or hate it. I hate Marmite, cannot stand it. These are 128 grams per pack. 28 calories per pack, sorry. Mini cheddars. They're 121 calories per pack, and they're only tiny packs, so I bet people don't just have one pack of them. I mean, I don't like mini cheddars, but I bet some people have 2 packs of them because they're that small. So I stay away from them, really. What I'd look for is a lower calorie chips. Like some of these pop chips are alright, but obviously this is a massive bag. But if you get the smaller one that's in separate multi-packs, it can be like 80 calories per pack or something like that. So when you get in sub 100, yeah, I tend to have one. I like these Snacker Jacks. I mean, I have them now. I'll probably have a pack of these a day. What I have I make like a tuna with a bit of mayo, small serving of mayo with a tuna, and then what I do, I'll put the tuna on top of one of these, and I'll eat it like a cracker. And if you haven't had it, try it. One of my favourite meals that I look through the day. These hula hoop puffs. These are a bit. Hula hoop puffs are a bit lower as well. They're like 72 calories per pack, so they're a good option. We also do some in lentil ones that you can get from Lidl and that, and they're brilliant. They're like 60 calories per pack. Use some barbecue ones in Lidl, lentil crisps. Go try some of them. They're really nice. Cereals as well. Keep your eye on cereals. Normally cereals, you want something less than 3 grams per 100 gram. I tend to stay away from cereals when I'm really dieting down. Because you don't get a lot basically for the calories. So that's why I stay away from them, because every one of them says 30 gram servings, and 30 gram servings is hardly anything for them. So for the risk, for the reward, they're not worth it. So at least 30 grams of these is 139 calories, and 30 grams is nothing if you have these in the bowl. It's like minimal. They're high on fat, so that's what puts the calories up. So that's why I stay away from them. Cocoa Pops. I mean, these are the go-to a lot of time for people because they are lower than 3 grams of fat per 100 grams. But I tend to stay away from cereal, to be honest. I don't really have any cereal. Sometimes if I'm in like a good condition and diet's going well, I do like a Weetabix. So I'll just have a bowl of Weetabix every now and again. But yeah, cereal really, I tend to stay away from it. Unless I'm in off-season, I love granola. Granola, stay away from that as well. That is really high. Unless you just don't want all the rest of the food through the day. That's all it is, just managing your calories. If you want it, you can have it, you've got to sacrifice a lot of food. Another thing I always find, these things when it can't, if you ever see anything that says protein on it, don't buy it because it says protein without checking the back of the one that's exactly the same. It does not say protein on it. You've got this one here, look, and then you've got the standard Sainsbury's one, and I think that one said 7 grams of protein per 2 biscuits, and this one's 8 grams per 2 biscuits, and that's just a standard one. This is not no protein one. So these got more protein than the ones that say protein on. So it's an absolute con. So I don't even know why they're allowed to do that, and they do that with a lot of things. It's just a marketing gimmick. And the sad thing is people fall for it. My mate messaged me once about it, and I told him to check the back of the boxes, and he couldn't believe it. And he says, how can you get away with it? I said, I don't know, because obviously if the ones with protein on it, charging so much more than these ones, that's just with wheat biscuits, they're charging about £1 more. It's ridiculous. And you get 24 in that one and 48 in that one, so you're paying more and you're getting less. So yeah, that's what I was saying. It's best to be aware of what you're buying. Always look on the back of the pack. And then with that, can't go wrong. So like I said before, just making the right choices. But with the total of these going through, if I was just without making the right choices, not knowing, just grabbing foods off the shelf, the first one I just like or look at, I'd have been at 1,554 calories. But if I was more sensible with it, and I looked at the back and looked what it was per serving or per 100 grams and worked it out, I could have got the same amount of food that I just picked up off the shelf for 520 calories less. 1,034 calories instead of 1,554 calories. So if I save myself 520 calories, I've got 520 calories now spare to get other food. So you just got to be aware when you're looking, look on the back, look at what they are per 100 gram or per serving, per calorie, and then with that, you could be gaining yourself more food through the week, making your diet easier. And yeah, it's just good to be aware of what you're actually buying, because there's hidden calories in lots of stuff. So, hope this video helped you all out, and thanks for watching.